for a ride. Holy duck! Okay, welcome to Bikes and Ducks. This is a review of the Yamaha YBR 125. One of the great little things about these small bikes is the ease of maintenance, because everything is nice and easily accessible. So especially with the addition of the center stand, things like cleaning your chain and adjusting the tensions, it's nice and easy with that rear wheel off the ground. Getting things into like your valve clearances, changing gaskets, spark plug is all nice and easy. Checking your oil, has a single cylinder 124cc 4-stroke engine. This one comes with a carburetor, manual choke, front disc, a single piston caliper, rear drum brake. Tyres are the Michelin Pilot Street, and they've made a considerable difference to the ride. Much more confidence inspiring, because even in the wet you can quite happily corner without issue, just as long as you're not being mental. And they are matching front and back, much better than the standard ones that came with the bike. Gauges are nice and clear. Useful Rev Counter and all your trip jobbers. Fairly simple controls with your indicators, cancel button, high beam, and your noise button. This side, useful electric start, but no engine kill switch. Let's start it up and have a sound of the engine. Nicely on the button. Has a handy kickstart, so if battery is a little bit low, got that convenient option in there. The dash lights, not always clear when it's bright, so I've added this delightful flap of plastic to aid for a bit of shade. Fuel gauge is not always common on a bike, but this one comes as standard. It's a fun little bike, a number of reasons. So it's light, makes the handling very easy. It's quite nippy, so from your 0 to 40, I haven't got numbers, but I just know it doesn't take very long. Your top speed, getting up to a sort of 60 without too much labour on the engine. Will go a little bit faster, but as I say, it puts a bit more strain on things. It's pretty good for nipping in and out between traffic. A pretty versatile machine, because it seems just as happy doing little commuter runs as it does taking little trips, throwing some camping gear on and just getting out into the wilderness. But on these little twisty turny corners, it's a good bit of fun. It's useful to have a riding partner for when you do leave your indicators on. So useful because a lot of the time you can't always tell if you're still indicating with this one, because where the indicators are themselves is kind of blocked by the handles. Jiminy, spotted! So a good bit of acceleration, so you can usually stay ahead of the traffic. When it comes to the other ends, when you have to stop, again it's pretty trusty. You've got your main job at the front, your single disc, and drum brake on the rear. That comes in quite handy when you're doing your slower speed manoeuvres and your cornering, just to help get that little bit more control. But together they do a good job of getting your anchors laid down. Mirrors do come in handy, and these ones do a pretty good job. Reasonably wide, plenty of adjustability, so you can get some good angles, try and cover as much of that blind spot. Hopefully most of your riding won't be stuck in traffic. Now, I do think it's got a decent sound to it, the YBR. Just got this standard exhaust that it came with, and I've never felt a need to change that. Now, the riding position on these is fairly upright, which can be a pretty comfortable position for even if you're just doing short stops, or if you're going longer distances. It's always been pretty comfortable. When it does get a bit dark, the headlight on this one isn't the best. A lot of the time they can be poorly adjusted, so they don't do a great job illuminating the road, but it does the job. You can always add extra bits on if you feel the need, but as long as it's adjusted properly, you should be okay. Fuel economy on these is pretty good. I typically average about 100 miles to the gallon, so the tank should get you at least sort of 200, maybe 250, depending on how you're riding it. The bike does have a reserve that's a manual kind of switch, and that's kind of useful if you kind of forget to keep an eye on your fuel gauge. So you know you've always got a little bit spare to get you the rest of the way. So this is what it's all about. It's getting yourself out into some beautiful countryside on a fun little bike and just enjoying yourself for miles. Right, that's the YBR 125. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. Do like and subscribe and keep following, and there'll be more to see, so stay tuned.